Optimism won't save you, neither will despair. Three keys to surviving when everything feels unstable. This morning, Tampa, Florida was colder than Juneau, Alaska. Let that sink in. The Sunshine State shivered at 27 degrees, while the Alaskan capital sat at a balmy 33. Polar vortexes are buckling. Weather patterns are flipping upside down. And honestly, the weather is the least of it. Our leaders are being exposed as predators, not just of the economy and of power, but actual sexual predators. The economy feels like a house of cards held together by hope, bubblegum, and duct tape. AI threatens to take all of our jobs. The institutions we trusted to hold things together seem to be crumbling in real time. So if you're feeling like the ground beneath your feet is shifting, you're not imagining it. It is. So what do we do? Well, I've spent nearly a decade helping people navigate the worst moments of their lives. After my daughter Shayna passed away suddenly in 2015, I had to figure out how to survive when everything I thought I knew about life got ripped away. What I learned then applies now more than ever. There are three things we need to survive trying times. Not one, not two, three. Three things working together. So the first is be realistic about your situation. I am not a fan of spiritual bypassing, not even a little bit. You know what I mean? That tendency to slap a everything happens for a reason sticker over people's genuine pain, to pretend things are fine when they're clearly not, to love and light our way past real problems that demand real attention. Bull hockey. Sometimes things suck. And it's not just okay to say that they suck, it's actually necessary. We cannot confront a problem until we realistically assess it. Denial isn't protection, it's just delayed reckoning. Now, this doesn't mean drowning in negativity either. It means looking clearly at what's in front of you. It means acknowledging the difficulties without catastrophizing. It means seeing reality as it is, not as you wish it were or fear it might become. That clear seeing, that's where wisdom starts. And that's when we move to step two. Now, step two is keep faith that love wins. Here's where it gets tricky. Because after I tell you to be realistic, I'm going to tell you something that sounds like it's opposite. I believe that everything will turn out okay in the end. Now, this is not naive optimism. This is not wishful thinking. This is actually something deeper, something earned through walking through the fire and coming out on the other side. I think John Lennon said it best: everything will be okay in the end. If everything's not okay, it's not the end. This is my type of faith, not faith that bad things won't happen, not faith that I'll be spared difficulty, faith that love wins in the end, always, no matter what it looks like in the middle of the storm. I've studied near death experiences for years. I've talked to hundreds of people who have glimpsed what's on the other side. And if there's one consistent message they bring back, it's this: love is the only thing that's ultimately real, and love always wins. The arc of the universe bends toward light, even when you can't see it. Now, here's where step three comes in: take the right action at the right time. We don't rest on the promise that everything is going to turn out okay because love isn't passive. Love doesn't win without us. Faith isn't passive. It's not sitting back and waiting for the universe to sort things out while we binge Netflix and doom scroll. Love needs hands, it needs feet, it needs us to show up and do the work. This is the third key, and this is where it's easy to get tripped up. Outrage moves fast, but it often moves wrong. How many times have you fired off that angry email, that heated social media post, that sharp word towards someone, only to regret it later? Reaction isn't action, it's reflex. And reflexes don't solve complex problems. Now, despair, on the other hand, the opposite of outrage, doesn't move at all. It extinguishes the ability to act. It whispers that nothing matters, nothing will help, so why bother trying? The ground between outrage and despair, that's where real change happens. Clarity first, then action, not before. Right action at the right time, not too fast, not too slow, not paralyzed by fear, not driven by rage. Discerned, deliberate, aligned with a deeper knowing that love will prevail. Now, this is the thing: you have to hold all three. And these three things aren't a checklist, they're actually a practice. Be realistic about your situation, keep faith that love wins, and take the right action at the right time. Not one of these alone, but all three together. They're in dynamic tension with each other. Each one tempers and strengthens the others. Realism without faith becomes despair. Faith without realism becomes delusion. Either one without action becomes impotence. But all three together, that's how we survive. That's how we do more than survive. That's how we transform. Now, again, I'm not going to pretend these are easy times. They're not. The polar vortex isn't just disrupting weather patterns, it feels like everything's being scrambled. Old certainties are melting, trusted structures are buckling. But I've seen what humans are capable of when they hold these three things together. I watch people walk through unimaginable loss and come out transformed. Not unchanged, transformed, deeper, more compassionate, more alive. We're going to get through this, not because things will magically get easier, but because love wins. It always has and it always will. And because people like you are willing to do the work, to see clearly, to trust deeply, and to act wisely. That's enough. It's always been enough. I'd like to hear from you. What's helping you hold it together right now? I really want to know. Leave a comment or reach out. I think these conversations matter more now than ever.